Hello, all Podracing fans. Welcome to the inaugural Podracing Weekly Sportscast. I am your host, Gamedraco, and this week in Podracing, we are starting with the annual Podracing tournament. It is officially tournament season, and this year is the 7th annual Podracing tournament. And I myself have been active in the annual tourney and a behind-the-scene role since the 2nd in 2020, and as a tournament staffer outright since the 3rd in 2021. This year, we are going back to the Swiss bracket format for the first time since the inaugural 20th anniversary tournament in 2019. If we get 9 or more players signed up, everyone joining will have at least 4 matches this year, so whether you're an inexperienced newcomer to a veteran of multiple tournaments, you are guaranteed ample time to race this year. Now you're probably wondering how a Swiss bracket works. In basic terms, everyone starts off on a clean slate, and as the rounds progress, players are paired against those who have the same number of wins, getting more and more evenly matched with each round. The number of players determines the number of rounds sufficient enough to produce a winner with high reliability. However, the weakest link of the Swiss bracket is that the last match may not be the climatic Clash of the Titans finale of a knockout tournament. This is why this year we have made a top 8 single elimination bracket to ensure a climatic end to the tournament. To add to the climax, we are doing a bronze medal match for 3rd place like in the Olympics, besides the final match between the top 2 players of the single elimination bracket. The single elimination bracket is new to this year, as previous year's tournaments have ended in a double elimination bracket, including the inaugural 2019 tournament. In a double elimination bracket, if you lose twice, you are out of the running. This differs from a single elimination bracket where you knocked out as soon as you lose. So with all this talk about the inaugural 20th anniversary 2019 tournament, let's turn back the clock to that tourney. 18 players participated in this inaugural tourney. The very first match of this very first tournament, Ace vs. Davey Racer, done on May 20th, 2019. This match was exceptionally symbolic looking back despite being a shutout 5-0 in favor of Ace. This was the old guard in Davey Racer versus the new guard at the time in Ace in Star Wars Episode 1 Racer Speedrunning. Tragically, Davey Racer David Stubbs is no longer with us, having suffered a terminal decline in health after this inaugural tourney. A special memorial tournament was held in his honor in 2021. This memorial tournament was organized by another old guard legend that also participated in the inaugural 2019 tourney, as well as the 2020, 2023, and 25th anniversary 2024 tournament in Mikeyburger. Mike and I are longtime friends and rivals in this game, and are from the same era as Davey Racer. We did commentary together on the first 4 of the 6 matches of the memorial tourney for Davey Racer. That is easily one of the high points of being involved in the pod racing community in all the years I have been active in it. From a tourney perspective, Mikeyburger has had some of the most spectacular matches to watch over the years. He has practically been active at speedrunning the game since 2008 and has insane consistency. Crashing in this game is extremely easy to do, but Mikeyburger almost never crashes in tournament, making it an event when he does crash. None more so than the 2020 Grand Final against Ace, where he crashed into the Spice Mine Dozer on the final lap, sealing the match in championship. 13.73.
It's 3/4 of a second lead for Mike. We're going to have a 10-second sync pause and just watch Ace silently for a moment.
Oh
there we
God,
go.
they're neck and neck.
Yeah, I mean, they already pretty much were. Mike dies!
Oh!
Mike dies!
I think that settles it.
Oh, that's heartbreaking.
The dozer killed him.
Oh, man. That dozer can block the entire ground level of the track.
That 2020 Grand Final was not the first time Mike and Ace faced off against each other. In that very first 2019 tourney, Mike and Ace made the first winners final one to remember. This match went all the way to the maximum number of races in 13, including sucker punching the commentators and Ace by winning with a pod pick no one saw coming on Inferno.
Oh, he's using yellow Mac? What? What is going on?
This is the big brain plays, man. This is amazing.
What is he even
I don't know. Elon Mac? Let's see. Mike is ahead by a full second. With Elon Mac. Mike is a madman. 50.47 and 49.87. How is Mike ahead with Elon Mac? Okay, this is epic. I'm actually in awe right now. I didn't even know Elon Mac was optimal here over Mars.
Elon Mac is too fast, apparently.
And he just won with 231. He just got a 231 on Inferno with Elon Mac. 3 seconds off of tournament record. His tournament record. Okay, that happened.
A year later in the 2020 tournament, King Bean did versus Metallica 5167 repeated the Inferno race that Mike and Ace did in 2019, with similar results.
Gonna use Elon Mac, which was how Mike beat Ace last year.
Yeah, that was an exciting one against all odds.
I'm gonna stick her behind, but this is where Elon Mac is gonna pull ahead of Mars. Mars is a little bit better in the bends. Here we go. There's our thing. Really even now.
Yeah, very close so far.
King being showing that Elon Mac's boost for us is pulling him ahead of Mars now. Here we go. A quarter of a second difference. Yeah. Oh man, this is a lot closer than I thought it was gonna be. Might just come down to who slips first.
Exactly. Who's gonna flip up?
Oh,
The gap is widening.
it's widening, but still less than a second apart. Oh yeah, it's clear he's now pulling a lead with Elon Mac. He has the same boost thrust as Beta, which is why he's pulling ahead.
Yeah, I wonder if he was directly inspired by Mike.
232 and 233. My God, that was close all the way to the end.
Mike versus Ace would also happen again in the 2023 tournament. However, the result was Ace getting thrashed 5-2 by Mike, but not before having Mongaza Speedway come down to 9 thousandths of a second in favor of Ace.
Alright, here we go. Mike takes those first couple turns pretty wide. Ace a little bit tighter, and he's doing the boost split strat as well. Ace takes that last turn a little bit tighter, and this final turn of the track, Ace is a little bit cleaner, about a tenth of a second ahead. Slightly higher heat, however, coming into the second and third turns. Ace is still a little bit cleaner. Mike is a little tighter there. Final turn of lap 2, Ace still has a slight lead, 12.82, 12.57. It's actually neck and neck. All right. See how the hairpin looks on lap 3. Pretty much dead even, and coming into the final turn, so close, and Ace is going to take it by 4/100th of a second.
That must feel so relieving. That was so close as well.
By 9 milliseconds. That is absolutely ridiculous. Absolutely love that track. It's so much fun to watch.
Mike reached the 2023 Grand Final against Goofbrush, and had one race even closer than that Mongaza Speedway race in Mike vs. Ace. The Bunta Train course race in this Grand Final match came down to 3 thousandths of a second in favor of Goofbrush, the closest margin in tournament history.
All right.
Here we go, this looks like a real start.
This is match point for Mikey, the first set of 3 of them. Mike is slightly ahead just off different strats, because the way he does the front half is going to be a little faster with different heats. But Goof cuts a lot more distance with that strat.
Oh my god, they're off by 0.04 of a second.
Yep. Welcome to Tournament BTC.
He lost the boost again.
That's a huge deal. He responded and recovered really well. Oh, this is tight. Oh my god, this is close, actually.
Jeez. Oh my god, this is a nail biter.
Hold up, they're in the same heat. Hold up. Mike did the old strat for the ending. That's gonna cost him. I think it cost him the race.
135, 331.
531 and 534.
3 thousandths of a second difference in favor of Goof. 3 thousandths of a second. I think that's the closest race we ever had in tournament.
I think that is the closest we've ever had.
Jesus.
3 thousandths of a second difference.
Goof is not going down without a fight. Oh my god. I believe that is the tightest margin we've ever had. Someone who can pull up the spreadsheets will probably correct me.
The next year, Mike went to the grand finals again, only to get shellacked by Domare 7-1. With Mike's sole win coming from the most ridiculous pick in tournament history in running the gauntlet with skips using the track favorite of Gasgano. This pick was so ridiculous that the audience, the commentators, and Domare never saw it coming. Yes, here we go. I think this is it.
Oh boy. It's a race to that wall with whoever gets it first. I feel like you might have better odds just going at it normally. I don't know.
I don't know. But we're gonna try it though, I bet.
Oh my god, he has no cooling. What do you do here?
Oh, they're both going for it!
Oh,
Gets it!
Mikey makes it! Oh boy. I was not expecting this. Mikey has the skip. He's in the anti-gravity tunnel. He dodges all the rocks. He is clear to lap 2. And Dom can't get over the fence. He's doing it. Well then. Dom cannot get over the fence line. What am I watching here? I see what he's doing. He's climbing on the other tilt.
He gets it again!
And Dom is still stuck on the first lap. I thought this was going to be the last race. I don't know. Dom is in for the third one. It's not over yet.
Here we go.
He's on the tilt. He's on the wall. He's on the wall. Oh, not quite that time. Oh boy. But Dom has just finished his first lap. So Mikey has a ton of time to get this right. He needs to get more speed going into that. Oh, he's going to try it again. He's on the tilt. He's on the tilt. He's on the tilt. He's in the wall. He needs more speed going into it.
Looks like Dom learned it as he's going. Come on. Oh,
Mikey
got it.
He goes over to make it safe.
Yes! There comes Dom.
Oh, but it is... Oh, and Dom McCraft is going over the last one. He's not going to make it over the fence. Ladies and gentlemen, put the brooms away. There is no sweep tonight.
Mike takes it!
The most absurd pick imaginable. Mikey takes it with a 207, or no, I can't read, excuse me. A 402.698. The brooms are back in the closet.
Oh, man. It is only natural then that Mike would make it to the very first grand final in 2019. The 2019 losers final between Ace and King Bean Dip never happened. This was due to Ace forfeiting the match in tournament due to hand injuries after the winners final against Mike. This means that the 2019 grand final came down to Mike versus King Bean Dip, which went all the way to the maximum 13 races and King Bean Dip winning the match. This would have triggered a bracket reset, but Mike forfeited on the spot after the grand final concluded, leading King Bean Dip to be declared the inaugural 2019 tourney champion. After this inaugural 2019 20th anniversary tournament, the annual tourney has now become a major part of the pod racing community over the years. And after years of doing basically the same thing from 2020 to 2024, a starting qualifier and ending double elimination bracket, staffers including myself felt that we needed to do a major change to reinvigorate the tournament. This is why we are bringing back the Swiss bracket not seen since 2019, and it will be a maximum of 7 races or first to 4 in the Swiss bracket, with the first track of each of the 4 rounds of Swiss decided by the qualifying track committee that picked out the tracks of the qualifiers in previous years. The quarterfinals and semifinals in the single elimination bracket will be a maximum of 9 races, first to 5, and the bronze medal match and final in the single elimination bracket will be a maximum of 11 races, or first to 6. While the matches that went all the way to 13 in the past were epic to watch, they are also extremely exhausting on the players, which is why the maximum this year will be 11. As of April 11th, 2025, 7 players have signed up for the annual tourney so far. This includes the longtime tourney veteran, Metallica 5167, who has participated in every tournament since the very first one in 2019, the current reigning champion of the game in Domare, and the original 2019 champion in King Bean Dip. Don't let that high caliber deter you from entering. This is supposed to be fun, and we're just 2 players away from everyone having at least 4 matches this year in the Swiss bracket to make it even more fun. So keep signing up for the tournament. I will see you soon in a future episode and in the tournament as a staffer and commentator. Good luck, and may the force be with you.